This is the House of Parliament where men and women have sat for decades, making decisions that would affect all our lives. Do they really work in the interests of the people or themselves? They sit at the round tables, trying to decipher which way to turn. Is it left or is it right? Have the people benefited from those decisions? Our people have suffered for far too long. Change should not be a figment of the imagination, but reality. Every boy, every girl, every man, every woman are equally important. The market vendor joyfully sells her produce. The fish vendor skillfully uses his cutlass to cut the fish. Keep on working. Let your smile be your motivation. Build a community of brotherly and sisterly love. Don't give up on your dreams. Surround yourself with positive thinkers. Think big and keep on moving. Keep pushing the envelope. Yes, push that envelope until you have succeeded. You may have made many mistakes, but that is no reason to stop. Don't you dare give up. Get ready for that overflow. Get ready for that breakthrough. The overflow is coming. Showers of blessings. Stay cool. Stay calm. Stay collective. Ride the rough waves of life. Hold on to that rope tightly. Just keep working. Keep moving. Keep believing. Self-motivation. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lies and Deceit. I am your host, Soraya Alexander, better known as Soso. If you don't know, Soso is my nickname, right? When I was growing up, everybody's calling me Soso. Everywhere I work or everywhere I go, from the time one person knows me and they call me Soso, party done, everything is Soso. My people, how are y'all tonight? It is the weekend. It is time for us to de-stress. It is time for us to laugh, and it is time for us to have some fun. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be educational. It's gonna be an eye opener, because you know your girl Soso. You know, I am a woman of all seasons. Now, yesterday, I placed something on my wall, and I said, if I told you all what I did, and it was, it felt good. Now all the minds were racing. Let me tell you what I did. I left my home. I took that fall. So I decided, okay, let me just walk to stretch my legs. So I left my home and I said, okay, I will walk up the hill. Then I would walk down to the St. Benedict Center, that's up the Mon, wait for a bus to take me to cul-de-sac to shop. Okay, so while I'm there waiting, every bus passing full, loaded. You can't get a bus that is not loaded. So what I decided to do, I decided to walk to cul-de-sac. I am so proud of me because I can't be a hypocrite preaching to you to try to save money, try to economize because things is very hard in this country. So I walked 2.1 kilometers, I think, and I walked from 2.1 miles, 2.1 miles from the Mon to cul-de-sac. So when I come here, I practice what I preach. Then obviously, I cannot come at my home walking with all those groceries. I took a taxi from there, which cost me $30 to my home. Given the current circumstances in our country and how Philip J. Pierre is behaving, we really need to take care of ourselves. And not only financially, but health-wise. And during my walk from the mall to Cul-de-sac Massey's supermarket, during my walk there, it brought back so many memories. It brought back memories that we used to walk to school. Well, I never lived far from my school. I lived Sans Souci, and my school was Anglican, primary Anglican infant. So just walk down the road, walk up. But it brought back nice memories of just walking. And it really shook me in terms of we are a fast-paced society in terms we want to reach here and there now. And this is why our country is plagued with hypertension, diabetes, and all those chronic illnesses. And we have a prime minister that continues to tell the people of St. Lucia to eat fig vet. You can't eat fig vet. And it really, I went to shop yesterday, and I'm telling you, I'm like, what the hell? Let me tell you, the prices, people, I do not know how people live in this country. The prices are exorbitant. And the Premier of the British Virgin Islands, this man, maybe I have to do a little more research, and Monday I'll speak to you about it. This man has dropped custom charges. Anything you import that is above the 5% custom taxes, he asked them not to use that percentage, but to use the percentage of 5%. He has dropped fuel prices, I believe, by 50%. Every minister, every prime minister, every president they are trying to do something to assist their people. But this man, Philip JPS, sits there and does nothing. St. Lucians, you elected a government you are afraid of. You are afraid to challenge this government. You are afraid to speak concerning this government. You know why? Because of the victimization. Had it been Alan Chastanet that had that speech, all now so party done. Castries in a mess. But y'all elected a government that y'all are afraid of. Now let me give y'all a news flash. The United Workers' Party, the St. Lucia Labour Party, while in opposition, tried to make y'all believe that the United Workers was an elite organization. Help me understand something. If they were an elite organization, would Chastanet care for the poor man? And this is why he lost. He lost because he cared for y'all. And Ozzy Boy wrote something under my page, and Ozzy is right. Ozzy said, when it comes to the St. Lucia Labour Party, you better be a strong Labour Party supporter for you to get any position. You can't bend. And this is why UWP lost, because Alan Chastanet was inclusive of everybody. And this is the mentality of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Pay attention. Pay attention. Look at the people who have all the big positions. It's the so-called elites. It's the so-called elites that have the big position. Chastanet was giving everybody jobs. That is what Chastanet was doing. Now, this is why I am saying, Chastanet, like Ozzy said, if you're not St. Lucia Labour Party, you ain't getting job. And it's true, and they're showing you to your boldface. But Alan Chastanet, in his naiveness, in his humility as a humble prime minister, he embraced all. But the damage that was done to Alan Chastanet was because their PR was not good. The PR wasn't good. Now, St. Lucia Labour Party, look around, my people. The people they have in position are all their friends, family, and cliques. All the so-called elites. And St. Lucia Labour Party, let me open your minds, the people of St. Lucia. The St. Lucia Labour Party is a party of the elites. their cliques, all of them in big position. How many of you Malaways who were beating pans have gotten any monies, have gotten anything? 8 months. This man has not provided a relief for all of us. It's not only a certain set. Everybody in St. Lucia need a relief. I wish I had my bill here for me to tell you how much VAT I paid. After the prices have increased, the damn VAT will go up because of the prices. What you pay, even though it's 12.5, it's going to increase because the prices have increased. How are people surviving in this country? Abodi, aboda, abofes. Now, my sweet people, some of you, you are just wonderful. You are just wonderful. And I want to say thanks to one of my champion supporters. And thank you, people, for really loving Akeem. You know, thank you for loving him, because he's really doing a good job. And it's good when you have a child that is willing to take his little time, right? And assist his mom. And this is why I love my young people. Now let me shout out, y'all going crazy with the coffees tonight. Let me shout out my girl Miriam. And this is what you call a woman supporting another woman. This is what you call girl power. I salute our chief competent producer, Prince Akeem, and she bought many coffees for Akeem. Akeem said, thank you, Miriam, and he loves you dearly. And someone bought me a coffee. And, you know, let me tell you, this lady, whenever I comes on, I'm not going to mention her name because she put someone, she always buys me a coffee. And thank you, darling. Thank you for staying behind So. I love you and I appreciate you. And my girl Francilia, Francilia Palmer always buys me coffee. And my chica all the way, my chica all the way in the UK. She bought me Mizi coffee again, and she said, good night, So, Akeem and fans, and well as all supporters. I too did a lot of walking yesterday, and today the weather has been so lovely in London. Yes, you know, I love London. I love the little gloomy, I love the little sun. I love that about it. I don't know how London is now, but I love that kind of homey, cozy kind of feeling. So thank you, Marilis. I love you like crazy. Francilia, Miriam, and my other someone friend. And then Claudia, she became a member on my last show, and she said, greetings to So and Akeem. Thank you, Claudia. Love you. And for the last show, somebody bought a coffee, and that person said, our mouthpiece, the lady with more than 2 balls. I love you. Continue the good work. I will, darling. I will continue the good work. And you know, it is jealousy. As I've said to you all, what I'm doing here, it is of God, because I never knew I was going to do this. So the people like the sillies that have to scratch their backside, wait for the crumbs, and the Peter Wong Fung that have to smell, you know, sniff all the politicians' backside to eat the crumbs. I don't have to do that. And you have to hide behind a fake account. Come and challenge a powerful woman. Let's rap. That's all y'all could do. You know, they're saying, oh, the coffee is selling, I asking people for donation for suicide. It shows you that I am a threat to y'all. I have y'all by the balls. And let me say a special good night to one of my young supporters I met, to H. To H, just tell his mommy, Susu on, you know. Susu on, go and look at Susu, go and listen to Susu. To H, I love you. And to Elsie daughter, Elsie Dante, and to all my lovely senior citizens. I come in and defend y'all in a while, you know. You know, I have to say what I have to say. To all my senior citizens, I love y'all. And let me tell you why I love y'all. You know, you could be 52 like I am, and you hear something happen to your mommy, you falling down and cry. I remember my second son. Yeah, it was my second son. Akeem is 17. Yes, and he was just born a couple of months and had to fly out, go to the US to be with my mom after her heart surgery. Now, she had her heart surgery, you know, they have to remove the heart and everything. And then when I called and they told me the heart is on the machine and then they're working her, let me tell you, I just fell in the room crying like crazy. it's your mother. Your mother is always your mother, right? And then when they had called me to tell me, that she was in the hospital and she wasn't doing, I started to bawl. I'm like, I need my mommy. I'm like, I can't do anything. I couldn't think. I could not think. I'm telling you, thank God, Akim took the phone. He got busy, got the hospital. And then I was able to talk to her. I was on the floor crying. And it is good. Train your children that when, I guess, the strength comes from me. Train your children that when they see you breaking down, that they have the strength to think for you. This is how you train your children. So I cannot understand people disrespecting senior citizens like that. And my senior citizens love me. Let me tell you, when they see me in public, it's a whole party. Fed done, party done. And I have to defend them tonight. They are vulnerable. We are supposed to be their shelter. If we are not their shelter, who is going to protect them? If you have no respect for yourself, how can you respect your mother? There is not a day I answered my mother. There's not a day I choops my mother. And there's not a day I curse my mother. And I'm coming to defend all my senior citizens tonight. So have y'all back. I love y'all, Mr. Charles, all the way in the South. I love you. My other senior citizen in Miami, I love you, and all those listening to me. And somebody said to me that when I'm on, they laugh so much with the things I am saying. Don't try to be me, people. So is so. I've always been me. As I said to y'all, IFC is what you get. And I love all of y'all for supporting me. Now, let's get down to business tonight, my sweet, lovely people. I think it's about 2-3 weeks ago. I know everybody was sending me the video and telling me, look at what this woman, Diana Charles, was saying about me. I said, I am not entertaining low IQ people, because let me explain something to you, St. Lucians. To be a comedian, you have to be intelligent. You have to be smart. People who are comedians are very intelligent, okay? And what this woman is doing, that is not being a comedian, or it is not being funny. So I am a black woman. There is no way I am going to insult my black brothers, right? My black brothers, I have 2 sons. I have 2 black sons, and I'm proud of my children. So I am not going to beat down the black community. So I said about, it doesn't matter the color of the person's skin, it's the respect you give each other. So to paint all black men like they are animals, I would not accept it. Every race, every creed have their good and their bad men, right? And this is what this woman decided to take my post. And this woman, right? This woman did a video about me saying, people was like, what? Saying the most insulting things about me, telling me is man I need and different things. Ladies, si mwen te vle nom, mwen ha jwen kotite nom, se mwen ki pa vle nom. And not any kind of manner, the high class, the well-groomed men. When I say high class, they don't want to have money, but they have good standing, they have good this, right? Not cautioning. And let me tell you, the lady, you don't see how a black man looking good. Lady, when a black man holds you, a nice tall black man hold you and give you a hug, you melting like PZAA. You don't see that melanin, and you want us, put up that picture of that sexy black man. If this lady wants us women to go and speak ill of our black people, we will do no such thing. We will do no such thing. So the war has been going on. I know the war with Sheba, Pete, Shot, all of them have been dealing with her. you know. Today was the final straw in that it dealt with senior citizens. I don't care what you say about me, because when you're confident in yourself as a woman, you don't listen to trash. But you interfered with the senior citizens. So I am here to defend them. I am here to defend them. You know, lady, look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this man. This is a young man who is a model and he's doing well for himself. Gideon, a singer, Alcide, you know, and you want to berate our black men saying white men are better. Lady, if you like your white men, go ahead. But I have always purpose in my head to date within my race, right? And to marry within my race. This is me. Because I am somebody, if you understand my culture, if you understand me, we would be able to have a better relationship and mesh together. If you don't, then it can be problems. But you are insulting and got so upset and did a vile video about me. But like I say, you are rain to wet me. You are nothing girl. You are nothing good. I come in for my senior citizens. They just passed a law, and this is why I'm telling you, silly. Instead of talking crap, you're talking about me on what hot 7, what button issue? Instead of doing your work, you are a fake women's activist. And this is why I'm telling you what Diana did to her Aunt Katie, what she did to her Aunt Katie today. She could never have done this in the United States of America, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and even Barbados. They would have come and picked you up. This is elder abuse. And you know, this is why I am saying, where are the so-called activists? They head up the butt of those politicians. When you are an activist, you do not care with political parties. You care about the people of St. Lucia. So I was very, 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 very disturbed, right? When I saw what happened, right? I saw this lady berating an elderly citizen who's supposed to be her aunt, right? Who's supposed to be her aunt? No, Ian, I am not wasting my time. She came and she attacked me. That's not water to wet me. Si me vle nom, moi sa jwen mizi nom, moi ki pa vle nom. Okay? I could get man like water. So that I rain to wet me. So, I am here for the senior citizens. Why are you interfering with your aunt like this? St. Lucia has no law. They passed a domestic violence bill, but Auntie Sarah, and everybody's asking me to bring Sarah back. Sarah worked so hard. Sarah should have never lost that seat. Again, the PR of this. I come in for you, not only Diana Idilin, I have more. The PR of this government, the former government, was lousy. And it is still lousy. I come in for you in a while. So my people, she went and she said the most cruel things about Auntie Katie. My God, this is wrong. You cannot do that. However, I knew this was not going to end well. I knew this was not going to end well. Because you, and the little lady is asking, what have you done? What has she done? People in St. Lucia, and Sarah was right, that bill was a bill just pushed for the St. Lucia Labour Party to say they have a bill, but that bill is, let me tell you, that bill is a commerce. It is a commerce, and if you listen to what Sarah said, is rush a bill and then you don't have the support and the tools to help. Right away, if our country was a serious country, Diana would have been brought in for questioning. Diana would have been brought in for questioning. You know, people suffer with all sorts of illnesses. I do not know what the lady has. My mom is 82 and her brains, her head is sharp. My mom don't even look 82, right? So I do not know the medical condition of Auntie Katie, right? So I cannot say much if the lady have dementia or whatever. But what I can say, it was wrong. It was wrong to abuse her in that way. And there are too many abuse happening in our country, and nobody is doing nothing about it. Yes, Randy rages. Bad PR cost UWP the last election, and they still doing a lot of shit. I come in for them. I tell you already, I'm not here for people to like me. I'm here to speak the truth. So if it's 10 people that are going to listen to me, I know 10 people can make a difference and throw this whole government out. So anyway, I posted, because apparently she deleted her video. So I posted her video on my wall. And then when I look, I see Facebook telling me I violated their thing. They're blocking my account for 7 days because I posted that. So I disagreed with it, and they came back. They said, sorry, they made an error. But it is good I posted this for the world to see. As I said to you all, I'm reaching like 17 million people and over in a month. 70 million people. So much so that Facebook has given my page Facebook protection in terms of locking my account, so people won't hack into our account and get information of all the people we reach, right? So when we have this kind of nonsense going on in our country, don't you believe the outside world is listening? Where is the outrage? Everybody in this country, they don't care about anybody. But the children of Auntie Katie responded in kind. Now people, take a look.
Diana Charles getting beaten by a solution woman. Wrong too. Ding 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 ding.
So yes, my people. So apparently her cousins got wind of what she did, and they gave her a licking. They beat her up. It is sad on both ends, right? And I am asking someone with sense to look into this, because this lady needs some serious intervention, because I wouldn't want my dog to go anywhere with Diana. How can you treat a human being like that? And the sad thing about it, some of y'all who are watching me, y'all are culprits. Y'all, they're egging her on. Y'all looking for excuses for her. This is rubbish what this lady is doing. I will not play what she said to the senior citizens on my wall if you want to go and listen to it, because it is so heartbreaking. Curse the lady up like she is a share. Tell the lady all sorts of things. Where we need to protect. Musa was there beating his mouth. Y'all have been in government for so long, right? Not only the 8 months, but for so long. What have y'all done for our elderly citizen? What have y'all done? Disrespecting the lady. This was traumatizing. The lady even asked Diana, what did I do to you to deserve that? The lady is saying, Auntie Katie this, Auntie Katie that. If you understand senior citizens or elderly citizens, you will not be doing that. And somebody said if she forgot her black belt. This is just nonsense. This is just nastiness. And some of y'all are encouraging it. Some of y'all are there encouraging it. Oh, D. No, you need to call out the bullshit when you see it. I don't care for Diana. I don't care what she said. I care for the lady who was in the vehicle in blue that was being abused and saying all those things. If you give if you wash for an elderly citizen, or you assist them, you give them money, or you give whatever, nobody's supposed to know that. Where is the silly lady? Where is silly, the fake activist, women's activist? Where is she? And some of y'all in St. Lucia, y'all need to shut your back. Because a lot of y'all came on my wall quarreling with me when I wrote about the Rasta and the young girl, that you do not know the situation. Shut up. Do y'all know the situation now? I will not tell y'all. But let me tell you, a lot of y'all, St. Lucia, you know, our court system, our whole judicial system need to be thrown away. Because if this Rasta man, if our court system was such that, you know, you can go in there, file a claim, he would have sued a lot of y'all. He would sue a lot of radio stations too. For the things y'all said, y'all will never like So-So, because I am a realist. Like Mr. B does always say, So-So is a realist, and I am. Because y'all like Roro. Y'all never want to look at the root cause of the problem. You're like Roro. You're like Bacchanal. You're like Dibui. That is what you're like. You're like Roro. You're under all lives laughing, but y'all are not putting the pressure where you're supposed to put it, on these fake men and women sitting in government. Now I have a problem. Let's shift gears, because I said what I have to say already. So all of y'all are expecting more Roro, move on my life. Go, shoo, Ali. If it's Roro y'all came for, if y'all didn't come to learn, party. Now, the United Workers' Party, I have a problem with y'all. I have been preaching for a long time that the party needs new faces. Yes, at your press conference, you brought in those that went in hiding for 8 months, Spider, what's the other one name? Herman Gill, you all brought them in. But you people are not strategic. You people are not smart. You could have brought them in and put them in the audience. Dominic Fede deserves to be deputy political leader if they have a position like that in the party. Dominic Fede never cowered. He held the United Workers' Party's flubber brightly on his own while everybody ran and hid. He stayed the course. You were seeing him everywhere. Mary stayed with him too. They stayed the course. Farrah stayed the course. Herod stayed the course. But you'll run away hiding. However, this is what I have been preaching. There are people who may be interested in the United Workers' Party. Now, get me right. I am on no position in anybody's party, as I have always said that. People were telling me about PR or whatever, marvelous. If you all want to consult me, I can. You all want consultancy, I can help you all and tell you all what to do. But I am going to remain an independent body, whatever I do. There are people who have been talking their guts out. I'm not putting water in my mouth tonight. There are people who have been talking their guts out. Thurl Prudent is one that has been talking his guts out, giving critical information, giving history that even me myself don't even know. Have y'all embrace him and say thank you. But all of a sudden, all the termites coming out of the woodwork, and they are the ones at the front in press conference. They are why haven't y'all invited? Thurl have basically opened the eyes of everybody. Why haven't y'all invited Thurl Prudent to any of your executive meetings? Why haven't you all invited Thurl Prudent to be at your press conferences to speak? But right now, people have done the hard work, and everybody that was hiding under the wood coming out out of the termites, coming out of the wood like termites, to be in the forefront. What you'll have Herman Gill talking about crime for? You don't see UWP back to front. What you have Herman Gill talking about crime? He was there. He was there. Y'all are part of the problem. Why the crime has increased in our country? He was there. He did nothing. You need to get young people to agitate. And when I talk about young people, y'all must be thinking about, young people, young as up to 45. You can get 50 to 55. Young people, get a new face, get a new PR, not Norbert, get a new PR, change your face. People are not believing the United Workers' Party because what they are saying, they need new faces. They need to see new people and for them to believe in. People who are lost right now need a party to show them that we have new faces and for us to believe in them. So what people are saying, you're just bringing the same old people, same old, right? And then y'all want us to bomb SLP, Pabo, but y'all are not bringing new blood. Where are the new people? This party is backward. And I'm telling you, if the St. Lucia Labour Party listens to my live and decide to do what I am saying that is right, y'all go suck salt for a very long time because y'all are stubborn and y'all don't listen. You have to appreciate people. You have to appreciate people when they put their necks on the block. Many of y'all are afraid. Y'all are not talking. So has put her neck on the block as you pass her fame. You pass her memwe. You pass her till shemwe. They can't do me nothing. Right? I have put my neck on the block to speak for all of those that are hiding behind the curtain. But they so. I cannot say nothing. We supporting you 100%. We supporting you 100%. But we cannot say anything because they'll fire us. But site Chasne kitela. If it was Chasne, that was there. Castro is burned down already. But Flobo need to get their act together. You cannot allow a man like Thurl Prudent, who is very prudent, and he came on my show and he explained why he left the party, why he was saying, why he formed his organization. You cannot let a resource person like that go. You need new faces, and let me tell you, the brilliant creme of la creme will not come to the United Workers' Party. Let me tell you why. Because of the same old faces. Now, I was very disgusted with Herman Gill on Timothy's show. I said, you see me, let me go do my business. I log off, and that's when I decided to go walk and go to the supermarket. Right? He is talking about some lady, even if she may be qualified, she needs to be trained, she needs to do courses, we need to help her. But Herman Gill, you were there, you didn't do nothing. You were there, you didn't do anything for a crime. And right now you have all the solutions. Sit down. Now you have all the solutions. You're talking about young persons, even if they're qualified. But it's the same way. Look at UWP. UWP only sent. If they were smart and they had removed most of y'all and sent young people, they would have won. They would have won. But y'all are set in your ways and you are coming and talk about young people to groom them. Who have you groomed, Herman Gill? Who have you groomed? Who have you groomed to take them to the next level? What is, look under your reign. Crime was out of control. Crime right now is more out of control. Neither UWP nor SLP has done anything about crime. And then you come in, UWP, you should be ashamed to have Herman Gill come in and talk about crime. Because I'm going to tell you, people are laughing. A lot of people are laughing at y'all. And they will not take y'all serious. The only person tape I took to play tonight was Bradley. Because I believe Bradley has a lot of credibility. And I can play what he has said. Y'all are not strategic. People are looking at y'all as the same old. Let's play Bradley's thing.
Parliamentary Representative for Choiseul Saltibus and a member of the United Workers' Party, Bradley Felix, lamented that to date, 17 young men have fallen victim to gun violence for 2022, prompting him to call for a national consensus to tackle the issue. He says passing the buck onto the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is not good enough. While admitting that the law enforcement agency must play its part, he called on the government to lead by example. On that note, he expressed disappointment over what he described as a failure on the part of the current administration to articulate a comprehensive plan to deal with this deadly scourge.
It is the political leaders that must take the lead and chart a strategic path forward by creating the enabling environment. So believe me when I tell you that I am disappointed that this government has failed to articulate a comprehensive plan for crime after assuming office for 9 months. Passing the buck is not good enough. Yes, the police can do more, but the government must lead.
The former minister also took issue with government's decision to expunge the records of persons convicted for COVID-19 protocol breaches, a move described as a slap in the face for the police and one which Mr. Felix regards as sending the wrong signal to the criminal elements.
Instead, what did we see? The first course of action was to expunging records. This sent the wrong signal to our community and gave the impression that the society was on its way to becoming a lawless state, one void of respect of law and order. In the view of the public, the government expunging the records of its friends.
Former National Security Minister Herman Gill Francis called for greater measures to assist the police to combat crime in all its forms. Among the recommendations are the mobilization of assistance of friendly governments to provide additional training for the police and furnish them with more equipment and weapons.
The government must therefore be very cautious on how it navigates the international controversy between Russia and Ukraine. Now is not the time to make risky international diplomacy blunders. Allowing Russians to apply to our CIP programs while the rest of our Caribbean neighbors are doing the opposite may well annihilate some of the international allies we need in this important fight.
The opposition party called for a bipartisan approach to solving this social ill, as no one measure or any political party can do it alone. For the DBS News World, I'm Don Nicholas.
Yes, Mayor Rudolph is saying, so your chocolate man. Yes, my chocolate man Bradley from 2016. I love this chocolate man. Yes, so when I see matters get vexed and say, hey, I'm not seeing Bradley, I need to bring Bradley on my show. People like Bradley, and this is why I was asking for him. People like Bradley is going to pull UWP way up the ladder. You need to do careful analysis. Analysis in terms of watching the public's reaction, even the government's reaction concerning Bradley. Bradley is a little powerhouse, if you are not aware. This is why I was putting pressure and asking, where is he? Bradley should more be the face of the party. People respect this man. The United Workers' Party is lost. Because somebody bought me how many coffees and said, thanks for speaking loud for those at the back. Thank you for speaking loud for those at the back. I know I'm speaking loud because, like I say, I ain't nobody pocket. So I can speak. I'm speaking. There are people that want to join the party. If you have infighting, you will go nowhere. The St. Lucia Labour Party was smarter than y'all. That's the party for the elite, but they played the rhetoric so well. They use Jeremiah Norbert as a young person for them to win. They put the face of Kenson there. They got young people. Which young people y'all had in there? Which young people y'all had in there? The press conference, yes, it was good. However, if you had Bradley, this fighter and Herman Gill can come, but let them sit in the audience. If you had Bradley, so you mean to tell me within the various constituencies of the United Workers' Party, we don't have brilliant young people? I remember during the campaign of the St. Lucia Labour Party, they brought in all the young people, those who went to UWE, those who went there. They were at the forefront, and they even took some of them to Dubai. I want to know, in the various constituencies of the United Workers' Party, don't you all have brilliant young people to bring to the forefront to speak? Is freedom of association under siege in this country, that if they speak, they might be choked? But the people of St. Lucia voted y'all out for crime. Voted y'all out because they assume corruption. You have to come with a new face. How many times I have to tell you that? Now somebody is saying that the United Workers' Party did not lose because of PR. Yes, they lost because of PR. Their PR was sloppy, was shoddy. You need to take this thing seriously. I am not here to be anybody's friend. I am here to ensure that my country is on the right track. That is what I am here for. Bradley should be the face of the party. And if you don't know, you'll need to bind together, because there may be a strategy in place where those who claim to be United Workers' Party supporters, it is not for the convention. Some SLP supporters are going to come in, pretend to be United Workers' Party supporters to vote Alan Chastanet out. You'll have to come together for us to save our country. If you don't come together to save our country, what do you think is going to happen? Our country is going to remain under these demons. So I have to come and tell you the truth. We put our neck on the line. This is why I tell you, independent Marvel, I don't want nothing. My supporters, they support the show like crazy by supporting with coffees, and they love my honesty, because if I am not honest, y'all are going to stay in the back. Nicole McDonald did a horrible job as PR. What was she doing? And then y'all under the live saying they didn't lose because of PR. Had their PR been ponging, we would have been here. You have to meet people where they are. Yes, you're working, but you have to meet people where they are. Because right now, this government is a waste of time. And when people like Thurl put his resources, his neck on the block, you, the United Workers' Party, I have not seen Thurl at one of your press conferences. I have not seen him. And don't expect me to come. I tell you already, if you all can't take what I say and just log off, go. Don't expect me to come here and sing what you all want me to sing. My pakai fesa. TP now taking a break and not on the airwaves is a major loss. You have to appreciate people. United Workers' Party Executive Exhort 2. Nobody owe y'all anything. Right? Because we out here working our butts. And what are y'all doing? Then all of a sudden, all those in hiding, people don't know. Those y'all bring out, yes, it was good to see them. But the people y'all bring out, the feedback coming in is that people don't want to hear them. They want fresh blood. And if you want to continue doing what you're doing, then party done. Be careful how you treat people. And I'm seeing the same mistakes that were made when y'all were in government is being made while y'all in opposition. The same mistakes. I told y'all I was come down hard tonight. Y'all thought it's only Diana going to talk about, not only Diana I talk about. I will tell it to y'all. And all of y'all that want me to sing y'all narrative or getting vexed, it's people like y'all that causing that party to lose. And even if we have Thurl running for chairman, the other people running for the different positions in the United Workers' Party, are you ready to change your thinking? Not because of you, but for the people of St. Lucia. When you are a politician or a minister of government, you become selfless. It's about the people. So it is okay to hide for 8 months and just come out and be in the glory. It takes our time. It takes our resources. It takes our families. It takes our relationship. It takes everything, because this thing is just not coming here and just sitting and talk to you like a mad woman. Show appreciation and you'll start doing the same nonsense. That's why they kick you all out, because you'll embrace all the labors, everything, and forgot the flubbles. And then the people that they're doing the hard work, you're not recognizing them. Marvelous recognitions, not because let me tell you, my stats on Facebook alone telling me when you reach 17 million people, the girl hot, the girl doing good, marvelous recognitions. So that is why I'm able to stand on my own. And I want people, I don't have to kiss your asses and say what you all want me to say. No! I want my country to move forward. And y'all need to get a proper PR person. Y'all need to come there with fire. Y'all need to come there ready to burn. That last press conference, if you had another PR person and you had some of the young people saying how they don't have jobs, what have been done to them, the crime, you have real people feeling it, young people talking. You would have made a difference. The young people are laughing at you all because you'll behave just like the St. Lucia Labour Party. The man promised the young people the sky and the moon, and yet he is firing all of them. Even if people contracts have expired and they were doing a brilliant job, they all have to eat. They all have to eat. We all have to eat. And we are too small of a country. 180,000 people. We're too small to be wicked. We are too small to be vindictive and nasty for us to just be firing people because they support United Workers' Party or they support the St. Lucia Labour Party. When you win an election, I know certain positions you have to appoint your people. I have no issues with that. But if people are there and they are carrying out their jobs without any biases, why send them home? Right? I understand some NADS or whatever place, they're going to send everybody home. When you send people home, Mr. Philip J. Pierre, the most vindictive Prime Minister in St. Lucia. Even Snake Oil was a better Prime Minister than you because we saw at least he was doing something. You clueless. You do not even know if it's night or day. You, Mr. Prime Minister, when you do that, when you send people home, they have their families to feed. Their mother, their children depending on them. You are putting not one, but you are putting many families, many people on the breadline suffering. You are putting many people on the breadline suffering. We are too small for this nastiness. And all your friends, all your campaign managers, all your friends and families high position, whereas people have not gotten relief, those who beat the pants have not gotten any relief. And y'all want Soraya to come here and talk from one side of her mouth like she have stroke? Nah, I giving it to your life and direct. You'll got to wake up. We are tired. We are tired. They have vax mass. Has the United Workers' Party gotten off their laurels, gone to the police commission or whoever and plan a match? There's a holiday coming, May 1st. Have you gotten up your laurels? If you do that, you would be surprised of the numbers because all of us are balling. People are balling. It is not about SLP or UWP anymore. It's about our survival. We cannot survive in this country. And a lot of y'all talking a lot of rubbish, some of y'all flowers, y'all need to wake up. Because if you don't get radical like Soso, your party ain't going. As I say, I voted for Guy Joseph because Guy Joseph worked. Guy Joseph get me vexed sometimes. But I could not put my ex by Joachim, whereas Guy has worked for us. This is how I vote. I vote on my rep. My rep worked for us. I am giving it to your live and direct. I am giving y'all reality. And let me show the SLP lies. I'm going to show you how they won y'all. Right? How they won y'all with the lies and the deceit And for you, let me tell you all, our PR machinery, in the United Workers' Party is caca. Look at how they buried you all. Play the one where they're showing Shahs with SLP and all the foolishness.
At first, it sounds like a fairy tale. A man comes down from his hotel and is crowned the most powerful man on an island. But shortly after, the nightmare begins. He gives to his friends and takes from the poor. He favors foreigners and ignores the locals' needs. Then one day a disease came upon the land. What is life without a livelihood, he says. For life with no money is not living. Now thousands suffer, and more people start to die. He lies to keep his friends happy. When the people cry for help, he attacks them and plays the victim. He forces children out of their homes into plague-filled air because he has taken away their laptops, which could have kept them all home. We are living in a story as grim as any ever told. And the lesson? Vote. Send the man back to his hotel for good. At first, it sounds like a fairy tale. A man comes down from his hotel and is crowned the most powerful man on an island. But shortly after, the nightmare begins. He gives to his friends and takes from the poor. He favors foreigners and ignores the locals' needs. Then one day a disease came upon the land. What is life without a livelihood, he says. For life with no money is not living. Now thousands suffer, and more people start to die. He lies to keep his friends happy. When the people cry for help, he attacks them and plays the victim. He forces children out of their homes into plague-filled air because he has taken away their laptops, which could have kept them all home. We are living in a story as grim as any ever told. And the lesson? Vote. Send the man back to his hotel for good.
So this is what the St. Lucia Labour Party did. And this is what the people believed. Right now, we are in a mess. Look at what they said about Alan Shastey taking the children's laptop, giving all the money to his friends. Exactly what they are saying about this man, Alan Shastey, is exactly what they have done to y'all. And you know what? Your mouth is shut. The CSA is a political arm of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And this is why I said to y'all, the St. Lucia Labour Party is very strategic. They have their elite people in all different sectors, in all different positions. So they were able to win the election. Because the United Workers' Party administration under Alan Shastey was looking for your welfare. But right now, y'all are ashamed. One thing with the St. Lucia Labour Party supporters, they have nothing to eat for 5 years. They're barely griping them, hurting them. They prefer die and starve. They would not say anything, but come the next election, they go in and vote for Flobo. Flobo was there. Alan Shastey was there. He was there. And you heard what they said in this about Alan Shastey. Now I have a very serious issue. These same people were saying we cannot eat roads. Philippe J. I need you to explain to Soraya Alexander and the 180,000 people in St. Lucia. I need you to explain to the people of St. Lucia, why are you now doing a road in Vanna and Slurry? You saying since 2013, since a storm it was needed. Didn't Alan Shastey, wasn't he and his administration building roads to help the people of St. Lucia? Because how can your economy grow and you do not have roads? You lied to the people of St. Lucia by saying to them that people don't eat roads, and the low IQs of St. Lucia bought it hook, line, and sinker. But right now, this same lying government, that's why I'm calling out their bullshit, The same line government, they are building the same roads Alan Shastney was building. Play the video.
Residents of Ancillary are earmarked to benefit from a $12.25 million rehabilitation project of the Venus Ancillary Link Road. The project, funded by the European Union, is being managed and executed through the World Bank's Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project, the DVRP. The road was severely damaged in 2013 following the passage of the Christmas Eve trough. In 2016, the European Union committed to financing its repair under the Senusha Post-Trough program. Speaking at the sword-turning ceremony, Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Economic Development and Youth Economy, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, noted the importance of the project to the community.
And the opening of these 12 kilometers of road will open up a whole vista of opportunity for the people of ancillary economies, agriculture, a whole vista of opportunity. So it is significant that we are doing that today, and also will help us. And I know in the philosophy of building back better, this road is going to be built better, so the effect of climate change can be minimized. So it's a very significant project at a very significant time.
The scope of works includes drainage upgrades, culverts, pavement reconstruction, slope stabilization, retaining walls, and landscaping. Claudius Emmanuel is the Permanent Secretary in the Department of Economic Development and National Authorizing Officer.
The design consultant on the project was Teams Incorporated, which completed the designs after a period of stakeholder consultation and no objection from the World Bank. In keeping with the competitive tendering process, the contract for the execution of the works was awarded to Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited, CIE. The contract was signed on February 16, 2022, with site possession being February 24, 2022. The duration of the contract is 12 months, with a planned completion date of February 24, 2023. The supervising consultant is Teams Incorporated, who emerged out of a competitive tendering process.
Minister for Infrastructure, Ports, Transport, Physical Development and Urban Renewal, Honorable Stephenson King, noted that maintaining the national road network is critical to sustaining economic activity. Moreover, ensuring Senushan involvement in the project, the senior minister said, builds capacity in country as government seeks to open up the local economic space.
A St. contractor, which has over the years provided the kind of quality work in this country, and one that I believe will deliver and maintain the reputation and the performance which he has given to the people of this country over the years. This road project is expected to impact 400 households and will reopen the area to agriculture, which is the predominant economic activity in the area. But I believe it will do even more than just opening up to agriculture as we begin to position ourselves for the community tourism program.
The European Union ambassador to the OECS, Her Excellency Malgorzata Waskilaska, reiterated the European Union's commitment to supporting government's ambitions to reduce the island's vulnerability to climate change.
The European Union therefore stands as a ready partner to support St. Lucia's progressive national climate agenda to chart the way forward in addressing these challenges. We look forward to the long-awaited opening of this link road, to the start of the work at the PI Bridge, and to our continued partnership in the future towards building back better.
Parliamentary representative for Ancillary Canneries and Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Youth Economy, Honorable Wayne Girard, says the link road will not only improve motorability, but elevate the standard of living for residents.
There has been great anticipation for this project. Not only have successive studies by and through the Ministry of Infrastructure highlighted the worsening conditions of the road, the inadequacy of the hydraulic capacity of the drainage infrastructure, climate risk, and vulnerabilities. The anecdotes from constituents are very present. The constituents know all too well, from their experiences, what it is to traverse deteriorating road conditions. Through their experience, they have learned that roads are the arteries through which the economy pulses. This road links farmers to their markets, workers to their jobs, students to their schools, and the sick to hospitals.
12.4 kilometers of road will be rehabilitated, directly impacting 400 households. From the Government Information Service, Lisa Joseph reporting.
People, y'all must stay and listen, because I know y'all do not want to listen to them when they're live. So I have to give y'all the information. There is a lot of friends, family, and clique involved in all this transaction. I want to know which minister of government have shares in a construction company in St. Lucia, and that construction company is getting a lot of contracts. I want to know which minister of government has shares in this company and is very happy. Question I'm asking. And I want to know which minister of government, when all his paraphernalia had to come to St. Lucia, right, for the 2021 general election, I want the minister of government to tell me which company excuse me, which company brought it all down for them. And when y'all finish, y'all in Guy Joseph backside 20. Isn't Fresh Start a local company? Y'all said that we were not eating roads, and Guy Joseph is in Fresh Start and Volet and Fresh Start doing this and Fresh Start doing that. You are not for local development, because if you were for local development, you would have allowed Fresh Start to finish St. Jude's, the roundabout, the tavern, and all the things they had to do, and keep people employed and push our country forward. You are lost. Y'all are going to eat rocks under this government. Now, I want y'all to answer me. You're not paying attention in this country, you know. Right now, oh, the people need roads. Only now they need roads. The same thing Shasne was doing. And this is why I am going to continue to say the PR of the United Workers' Party was crap. This is where you have to come. PR is not today and 5 weeks later you come. PR is every day. You hit them in the face every day with information. Nonsense. And that is what y'all don't like. Y'all do not like truth. When I come and talk truth, now I am going to show you. Cul-de-sac, Guy Joseph. I am going to show you. Right? They say about they were not doing anything. They're building roads and his friends and this. Look at the project. Look at what this government was doing for you. And I have to give it to Guy Joseph. I know he used to be on Inside Castry Southeast on Sky FM. I have to give it to him that he was really showing what he was doing. But the slander gossip, the people believed it, and some flubbles stayed home. Now the video you saw there is as a result of my walk from the Mont to cul-de-sac, and we took that video. So the video you've seen is compliments of my son Akeem Ernest. Okay, so give him a round of applause for his perfect work. He's just a son every mother would want to have, because I don't really want to bother him. I know he has his other stuff, and he's like, fine, mommy, I will do it for you. So the video just shows you what my rep, Guy Joseph, has done or did. And they have continued the work. That work didn't stop. This work is so beautiful. And look, all this project, they made you believe Guy was a volley. That Guy hand was in it. He was stealing. What Guy is stealing? How can he steal anything? Right? But there is a minister in government have shares in a company that doing construction. Which minister is that? Inquiring minds want to know. There is a minister in government, the same person. He have shares in their company. Question I asking. Brought down all his paraphernalia for election. Question I asking. That government have more corruption and nastiness than the United Workers' Party administration. This is why I'm putting pressure on the United Workers' Party to get their act together. We need to go to the polls soon, because I cannot understand we have a prime minister as Philip J. Pierre saying to the people of St. Lucia, 180,000 people, that he cannot do nothing to ease our pain during this recession. Let's play the tape of what Emma is saying. I demoting all of them tonight.
Over the last weekend, St. Lucia recorded 2 double homicides, taking the national toll to 25 for the year. As St. Lucia nears general elections, the main opposition St. Lucia Labour Party is selling itself as having the solutions needed to quell this deadly scourge.
The St. Lucia Labour Party, this is a challenge, a huge challenge for us, and we have to put it high up on our agenda.
High unemployment, especially among the youth, continues to be a concern for Ms. Hippolyte, who has been meeting with constituents to discuss these and other issues affecting them.
To me, the number one issue is the unemployment. It's in all sectors, the young, the women, the men, but the young people, it is particularly frustrating for them, because, you know, they want to be able to dress well, they want to be able to go out with their girlfriends, especially the young men. The mothers need to feed their children, and that is just a source of frustration when you speak to our young people. The high unemployment. There is, to me as well, when I look at it, there's a bit of social decay in terms of persons not respecting self, not respecting each other. And what you rightly said was this absence of hope.
Come the general elections, Ms. Hippolyte will do battle against UWP MP Herod Stanislaus for the Soufrière constituency. For the DBS News World, I am Don Nicholas.
Can somebody tell me what Emma doing in Dubai? What is Emma doing in Dubai? What is she doing there? You talking about employment. You talking about crime. When you come, it will be high up on your list. Crime is out of control. I don't care which party is in power. Crime is out of control. The unemployment rate is very high. This government has done nothing in terms of crime and helping people survive. Let me tell you, I spoke to somebody from overseas, and the person is saying to me, your prime minister, and this is not any Lapo person, this person is saying, so your prime minister is clueless. How can this man say he cannot do anything to ease the burden on the people of St. Lucia? Man, after I shopped yesterday, I wanted to cry. How are people surviving in this country? The premier of the British Virgin Islands has given his people not only, and he didn't segregate it. I'll touch more of that on Monday. He did not segregate to say, oh, I'm only giving the civil servants or the first responders or the first liner. He gave it to the whole damn nation for 3 months. You know what one day of help can make a difference in somebody's life? But here we have a government doing nothing. I don't know if people trying to be politically correct. You cannot be politically correct when people are suffering and starving in this country. There is nothing as being politically correct. You heard Emma unemployment. Yes, unemployment. They gave all their so-called elites. You mean to tell me? That's why I love the congressmen and women overseas. If they don't win their seats or whatever, these people are millionaires already. These people have their businesses. They go back into their organization. And Guy is... Say what you want about Guy. Guy is the go mafia in St. Lucia. You know why? There's some Indian video on Guy and what he has done. You all need to go and watch that. I'll try and get it for y'all. Guy out of government. You don't see he went to Dubai after he lost and he spent, I think he spent 2 weeks there. Guy is the only real politician in St. Lucia after he loses any election can survive because he has his different pockets to ensure that he can sustain himself. But even y'all, when the United Workers' Party was in power, the so-called elites that have the big jobs now and can throw the big party and make friends come and the biggest bubbly and the biggest caviar and the biggest sisa, only when your party is in power, y'all can eat. We need to change the rules and say for you, in order for you to be a member of parliament, you have to be financially well off. You must have some kind of status. A set of poor people coming into power and they reach on the backs of the poor people. And when they finished, they said, Guy was doing this, Guy was doing that. I want to know who is the minister that have shares in the company. Question I asking, who is the minister? I want to know who. You shouldn't be going. And where is the Integrity Commission? Where this is just another institution that does nothing. Where is the Integrity Commission? And then we have journalists that want to take me on instead of doing their work. You're lazy. And the people of the Virgin Islands telling so we cannot understand what she's saying, her voice squeaky. And I saw some comments, and then so we cannot understand what she's saying, her voice squeaky, and she had to take people on. And everybody's saying thank you so for what you're doing. But I love y'all, the genuine ones that say thank you to so. Y'all keep the show going. Y'all support. It's like y'all have gone mad supporting so. And since you show me that you want me to continue, and this important call I got today, this person says so. The people of St. Lucia are afraid to go out to protest. But we in the diaspora, we are willing, but we far away, we are willing to protest. Because in the diaspora, the people are employed, right? And those employed in St. Lucia, poor job, if they go and protest, they might kick them out of a job. But this is some of the things we have to ensure that is change in our country. Freedom of expression shouldn't cause you to lose your daily bread. This country has gone to the dog. Philip Mossozowe, this man doesn't know what he's doing. This man is lost. He is lost. You will never hear Kenny, even if you never hear Kenny. And I'm going to tell you, Alan Chesney was one of the best prime ministers St. Lucia had. But Shah's problem was his PR team. I am admonishing the United, because right now, SLP, I'm making a mess with them. They have no PR, their press secretary, I ain't know what I'm to. Let me tell you, they have no PR, they have nothing, a total mess. I basically crushing them. Let me tell you something. Shas, if you become the political leader at the convention, Shas, take my foolish advice. You need a PR team that works round the clock. You have to hold this government by the balls. People must be able to come and hear what you say and organize yourself. Why you think Mia Motley won? Power woman. And she's very honest. She's very honest in what she says. She won 30 seats and she's still honest. She embraces everybody. You cannot sit there and just expect to win the next election. I am telling you, many people, if they call elections now, they will not vote for this lousy government. But you must have things in place. There cannot be no infighting. And some of you all that running for the position of the United Workers' Party, you all need to take a back seat. We need people to push forward. And when I heard Herman Gill talking about, 40 years, they maybe have the qualification, but we need to train these people to know. Who did you train? Who did you groom? All of y'all enjoying the show. I'm getting reviews, rave reviews from overseas, from people I never know, from Africa, from Canada, from the United States, people I don't even know. They come into my inbox and say they love the show. I am 52 years. My son was 16 years at the time, and he saw what I was doing. And then he said, Mommy, I need to take the show to a next level for you. My son has no experience in production or whatever, but he has vision. When you have vision and you are able to implement things will get happen. My son, SBA for social studies, he came first in CSEC for his school in social studies. His social studies teacher, Ms. Jongi, always said to my son, you are a great implementer. And he has a lot of vision. He saw what his mommy was doing. He took it to a next level. And then he said, Mommy, you're going to be coming doing all that and giving people free consultancy, doing this and that, and without somebody, giving you something financially. Then he Googled, let me just see, buy me a coffee, what I can do. And then he realized there was a company catering for things like what I am doing. And he came up with the buy me a coffee. So when the Peter Wong Fuxal want to come and talk shit, a brilliant boy I have there that pushed that show to the next level. So when I hear people like Herman Gill talking about, they must be trained and whatever, the young people have been shortchanged. A 40-year-old woman or whoever you was talking about, they have been shortchanged. Had I not listened to my son, my show would have been just a foolishness. I said, no, baby, go ahead. Right now, he is also looking to put my show, I have my own website for Lies and Deceit with merchandise and everything. Visionary, implementer. This is why I love the young people. They give you ideas. And we must not be ashamed to listen to them. And maybe if the United Workers' Party was grooming the young people, we would not have lost this election. Some of them would have bowed. Do like Scary. Scary is smart. Why do you think he's winning? He's sending them away. Excuse me. He's sending them away and he's putting all the young people. He's putting all the young people. But some of y'all doing like y'all cannot shift. Some of y'all doing like y'all cannot shift. Don't expect me, I tell you already, don't expect me here to come and sing what you want me to sing. The people who are supporting the show financially and those who come and watch, and some of them cannot help financially. I see your comments with your support. I love you. These are the people that's going to change the Nusha because they understand the vision. They understand the vision. How many times I've been cutting my throat dry, my tongue ready to come out. I've been talking to Flobo. You always come in and do the same nonsense. Don't ask for SLP. SLP PR is trash. Trash. And And that is where you can cut them down to size and you're still playing with the PR situation. What more can I say to y'all? And the voices out there that's talking, like Feral Prudence, y'all need to embrace people like that. Because all of y'all run and hide. All of y'all run and hide. And then y'all want to be in the for Herman Gill, you shouldn't be talking about crime. Take a back seat. Let my nice chocolate man talk about crime. Bradley is well respected. He's very quiet. And I understood. I do a little investigation about Bradley. Bradley is working very hard. He's working very hard in his constituency. And if he goes up again, he's going to win. He is loved. You need to build on the strength of Bradley. He's very quiet. You need to build. You need to be around him. Build with him. He is loved. You cannot be putting people at the forefront that people deem arrogant, that people say didn't do nothing for crime. Are you serious? And those who have been working, talking, taking a backseat, you'll fall on your head. Now, people, do not ask me to be their PR. Do not ask me to be their PR. I'm an independent body, and I'm doing a lot of things on my own, right? I cannot facilitate any party in being their PR. As I said, I can give them ideas what to do. You cannot be lazy in PR. You have to research. You have to research. You have to get information. You have to bring it down to the level of the people. You have to work hard. Let me tell you, you have to have various meetings, town hall meetings, get your people together. Now the fruit is ripe because people are annoyed at this wicked administration. They are wicked. And you're sitting on there and you want so to come and sugarcoat things. So I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. And we have to understand. We have to understand that wrong is wrong and come up against wrong. And I really, you people, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for the support. Somebody bought me coffees again, loads of coffees, and this person said, keep doing a great job. Another one bought me loads of coffee again, and the person said, keep doing the good work. Thank you, Arnold, for the coffees. Thank you for all the support. I will continue being Soraya. Those who vex with me, you can get vexed with me. And one thing Dr. Rosemary Antoine Bell said, people in the Caribbean fail to talk about their success or what they have done because of how other people making them feel. When I talk about my page, it's because of how I manage my page. Nobody go come and make me feel anyway, right? You know how many people dream of reaching 70 million people? And the Peter Wong Fuxal, let me tell you something. When we put our live up, we don't even put the buy me a coffee again. Facebook puts it up for us because of the amount of people we're reaching, right? My page will not only be about politics, it will be about reality, it'll be about life, it'll be about all different things. So we cannot only speak about politics, because if we only do, we're gonna go mad. Because we have a mad government already. This government is insane. Wake up, United Workers' Party. United Workers' Party is a party. And Ozzy was right when he said that. Ozzy, I'll shake your hand when I see you. You have to look for your people. You have to look for your people. Look at Philip J. Pierre, his campaign manager, big position. All Ernest friends, big position. All of them, all the ministers, right? Look at Bahau. Where he's so quiet these days. He's not backing again. Where's Bahau? Where is he? He put all his friends in big position. Help me. Question I asking, right? Well, were all the security officers fired because a minister of government, one of his makokots, have a security company, so they will give him the contracts? This is what, where is Flubbo? Flubbo, they're sleeping, and then when y'all finish, y'all want to come and tell me, oh, so not to say that, not to say what? My people, I love y'all. It's 10 o'clock. I'll see you on Monday. Bye. Love y'all.